Happy holiday. I'm Isaiah Brassfield. Some of you know me as Dominic. I'm the Executive Director of Jessie May Foundation. And today is the update I have been hurting to tell everybody about. Finally. But coming into this year, I wanted to branch further out into Baltimore. However, COVID-19 happened. So that slowed everything down, which is okay. We also, if you call back to one of our videos before, please take time to go look at it. We did a Youth of the Year event with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Washington. And that was amazing. Love it. Now, we also already have a footprint in Baltimore through the Baltimore Child Abuse Center. We're going to maintain all of our relationships with them, with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington, D.C., with Georgetown University Hospital's Department of Pediatric Department of HIV and AIDS. We're going to maintain those relationships and continue forward. But thank you to Kimberly Lane, who is the Chief Development Officer at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington, for connecting me to the Boys and Girls Club of Metropolitan Baltimore. So if you call back to 2017, this is how we started. The first year was putting trust and earning trust through the community by showing that we weren't even taking donations in that first year, and that we were going to fund things ourselves and do the things that we did at the time. After that, which is continuing, what I also wanted to do was find places for kids to go, but kids within these communities signed off on. And even talking to these kids during the Youth of the Year, they weren't just saying it to say it. You could tell their demeanor changed when they talked about their favorite programs. So that right there solidified it. Instead of me trying to reinvent the wheel, found an institution. And throughout this process, which I'll go into in other videos, I also learned what my lane is. Ironically. No pun intended, excuse me. And my lane is really facilitation. Facilitating the needs of the families by talking to them in person. Now, and this is way before we got to the Boys and Girls Club level. And finding out what they need now. Because regardless of my circumstances now or when I grew up, they're living these things every day. And I need to know from their standpoint. So I humble myself enough to know that I'm not already going to know all of that. Not only that, but we have people who do these things to help kids every day. And they're very great at it, that the kids love that connection. And they have a real familiar connection with these people. Like with everybody who's employed in these clubs. And instead of me trying to insert myself and say, I'm going to be the voice that's going to change and really cultivate these young adults into adults, I'm going to leave it to people who've literally dedicated their entire lives to it. Okay? So that's where we come into terms with facilitating what clubs need, not just clubs, institutions and organizations that are looking to help people, me finding people for them to help, but are also in the scope of what they're looking for. The same thing with the families. Helping them, finding families that need help, and helping them in the ways that they're looking for help. Instead of telling them how they need help or telling them what type of families they need. Okay? Now, this is going into a bigger picture. This is just more like the second or third step that I'm just very thankful to be on this level. So as time goes, I'll make more videos and more posts, and I'm going to call upon a few people that have heard me say that I'm going to call upon them when the time is right. And the time is coming. And I thank everybody for following. Please continue to follow us on Facebook. Instagram's kind of getting started. Twitter's been there. We do even have the TikTok on lockdown, but there's nothing on it yet. Please feel free to go to our website. Feel free to call any or email any of our references, which is literally every time I connect with an organization or an institution, I put them on our references tab, which is actually it says institutions, but I always put them under there as long as they're okay with it, which they have been. So anytime, any place, anyone can call or email just to verify and validate our intentions and what we do. So seeing as how it's 4.5 minutes, I'm going to keep it there. I love y'all. Thank you for being patient with me. And I look forward to what's coming up next and what I have planned. And like I said, I always do. I will let y'all know once we have it in place. Until then, it's still COVID-19. Please be safe during this Thanksgiving. Even if you have to miss it, it's just Thanksgiving. There will be others. Okay? Be safe. Be kind to each other. And love each other. I love y'all.